everybody, it's Ian the Off-Kilter Crafter. I hope you're having a great day today. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a review slash create a card video. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I found this great card kit package creator thing. I don't even know exactly what you call it. From Sizzix. It is a die set and stamp set and embossing folder all in one. It is called Coffee Time, if I remember correctly. If I said that wrong, I'll put something up on the screen that tells you the actual name of the product. But it is a really great and cool card helper builder set thing that you can use to create some really awesome cards. Now, it is in conjunction with Tim Holtz, and all of you should know how much I enjoy and love Tim Holtz products, so it was really cool being able to see Sizzix and Tim Holtz pair up once again for another great product. So today's card was actually put together using that card kit. It uses the, I guess it can't be officially a card kit because it doesn't have the papers in it. You bring your own papers and adhesive and stuff like that. But anyways, so it has an embossing folder, which you probably can't see from this far away. It has an embossing folder, which is my background. It has the stamps and then also the dies for all of these stamps. So let's go ahead and put this card together. This is a close-up look of the package. It is from Sizzix, but it is a Tim Holtz alteration, so Tim Holtz kind of put this package together. It includes the 4 dies, which coordinate to the different stamps, and these look like they are clear mounted stamps, or clear cling mounted stamps, I should say, and then it also has the embossing folder there in the back. It shows you an inspiration that you can do to create it using a kind of card and tag combination there, as Tim Holtz always does. He loves those tags. It also gives directions on how to die cut your pieces out and everything, but why read these when you can just watch me put this card together? So I'm going to go ahead and open this up and we'll see everything together here. So we have our stamp set right here. That is... Yep, they are clear cling mount stamps, except they kind of stuck to the first page instead of this. Interesting. Alright, so we have that. We have our stuck embossing folder. It is stuck in this packaging really well. There we go. This embossing folder has hot coffee as well as cold coffee on it, which is really cute. It also has these 4 dies, which are stuck in here fairly well. We'll go ahead and peel those off, make sure there's no sticky stuck on them. And I'm going to go ahead and throw away the packaging because I am going to transfer them into stamp pockets. So I'm going to go ahead and set the dies off to the side because I don't need them right now. We're going to go ahead and get started with our background first. I'm going to go ahead and send my embossing folder through my Cuttlebug. I'm going to use some brown paper to give it a nice background to go with. Alright, I've aligned everything up so that the paper should go through nicely, so let's go ahead and emboss this. Now this may be kind of hard for the camera to pick up, but I'm going to enhance it a little bit by using some Distress ink and Hickory Smoke. I don't know why I said that so weird, Hickory Smoke. And I'm going to go ahead and just do a little bit of ink blending right on top to make those coffee cups really pop off. So that made the coffee cups really pop off the surface there. Really great looking. I love how that looks. And I didn't want to make it even. I wanted it kind of, some of them to be a little bit lighter than others. I really think that's going to work very well. Next up, I'm going to do a little bit of stamping with these stamps. I'm going to go ahead and grab my Misty tool. I think you guys have seen me use this stitched rectangle die in just about every single video I have done since I've gotten these, but I really love these dies a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this stamp and I'm going to go ahead and line it up in what I think is about the centered position. right about there, I think. I'm going to go ahead and close the Misty door. Doesn't really matter if that moves around anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to get rid of the die for this moment. It's going to end up helping me out here in a moment. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up this stamp with some Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I'm just conditioning my stamp over here, getting it ready to take on some of that ink. I'm going to stamp it. And since I'm using the Misty and this is a new stamp, if I need to restamp it, I can, because I can just restamp it using the Misty. How awesome is that? And I can already tell I'm going to need to restamp it, so let's go ahead and ink it up and do it again. So I'm going to set that off to the side for the moment. And I'm going to bring in another piece of paper here. This is, as you can see, a scrap. And this should land, yeah, it should be perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and ink it up and stamp it out again. I'm going to bring this piece back for just a moment because I want to go ahead and put the sentiment on this one. Do I want to put the sentiment on this? I don't know if this is the ink that's dry or the stamp that does this, but it's really a very splotchy stamp this time, and I'm not exactly sure why. I would like it to be a little bit more crisp, and I know that Tim Holtz style is kind of weathered and worn and whatnot, but it seems like I'm having a little bit of difficulty actually stamping this on, though this, after I do it twice, came out much better. Alright, I'm going to set these off to the side for just a moment, and I'm going to use some Copic markers to color in the coffee cup. I'm going to be using, well, at least I think I'm going to be using, this is a Copic marker that is G05, and then I have some Shinhan art. These are from Close to My Heart. This one is a WG7, and then the colorless blender, which is 0. So I'm going to go ahead and color this in, and hopefully get something that looks good. I think we can all figure out what brand of coffee I drink just from the colors that I chose for this cup right here, but that will get us by for now. Alright, time to do a little more die cutting. I'm going to go ahead and place the die right over the coffee cup. There are actually, like I said, 4 different dies. 2 for the sentiment and then 2 for the coffee cup. This would fit right over the band that keeps your hand from getting burnt. But I'm not going to be using this one today. I'm just going to be using the coffee cup itself. So let's go ahead and line that up and send that through. So I have my little coffee cup right there. Look how cute that is. That's awesome. Didn't get it exactly right, but it's close enough. It's the only thing I hate about dies is it's sometimes hard to line these up correctly. I'm going to go ahead and take my black Copic marker and I'm just going to add a little bit of black around the edges to make it a little more finished. Alright, so I've got all 3 pieces now. They look really great. I'm actually super excited about this card. So let's go ahead and start putting everything together. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and tape this down using some Scotch adhesive runner. And now I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of popping up using some foam dots. So as you can see, you can create a really awesome card using this creative kit. It's easy to create a card that you can then just stick a Starbucks gift card or your favorite brand of coffee. Well, if you're in Seattle, it's going to be Tully's coffee. But anyways, so it's really easy just to slap it inside and you have a gift card holder ready to go. Super easy to make and doesn't take very long at all. I did see a few other sets that were just like this that had other themes. I like coffee and I can definitely see me using this one a lot to create some gift card holders. So that's why I went with this one. Easy and practical. I found these sets at Michael's for $19.99 and I had a 40% off coupon, which does apply to these unless they're already on sale. I can see how you can create multiple layouts and multiple different cards just from this single set. It's going to be really easy to create a whole mass production line of these cards and get them turned out pretty quickly. I think that's going to do it for today's card. I hope everybody had a lot of fun creating everything. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. That lets YouTube know that you liked today's video, and then we'll share it across YouTube land. Also, don't forget, if you're not already, hit that button down below that says subscribe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and get great updates every time I post a new video. Also, you can get social with me over on my social medias. All of those are going to be down in the description below. They include Twitter, Facebook, Periscope, and Instagram. Actually, just before I started recording this video, I was over on Periscope and I gave a sneak peek of this card to everyone over there. Alright guys, other than that, I hope everybody has a great day, and remember, keep it off kilter. Bye! But there's a whole bunch of coffee cups and frappe. Camera falls. Excellent. Also, you can get